Do as I say. Give me a disgusting helmet. That's not it. Try again. Oh shit! Trying to hit me and hit me. Hello, sir? Hello, sir? Sir? Sir?
It's fine. What's the worst that can be? Oh, fuck, cunt. Did not work at all.
Why, hello. Okay, people seem extra active today. I wasn't even going to stream today, but Discord was like, yo, you should stream today. You've got some things to look at. And I was like, fuck, all right. Ooh. Okay. Sure. Val sacrifice support. Exceptional spell support. Val. Supports a Val spell skill, making them repeat when cast at the cost of your life and energy. Shield. Okay. It repeats in a visual time. 60% more cast speed. Sacrifices all but one of your life and energy shield on use. Yo. That's a bit fucking harsh. $11. Jesus. What kills have... I'm sorry, what? %38 more maximum number of minions from supported skills. So remember, Pee-wee will always round down. So even though we would say 33%, it would actually be 33.3 needed to round us up. 33% wouldn't be enough. 34% would be 38 is. The problem is that's actually like gross. The problem is that actually good enough? 30 3% more damage. You couldn't. Well, we won't have the woke gems. So what about just... I mean, it's basically the same. First and then helmet. No, more is a more multiplier. It should happen. All mores are at the end. Although functionally it doesn't usually matter, but all mores are at the end. So basically, it's slightly worse than our like max level normal gems. Unless over leveling it gets it to 50. It wouldn't need to hit 51. Rounding all is always negative to us, but a full number is a full number, right? So no, so we need to get to 66 or 67, right? To get 2 extras. So if over leveling it can get it to 67, then it should be fantastic. Remember, we can always corrupt. That's level 4. We can always put it in a red socket. That's 5, 6. That's double the level it's currently at, right? And then you could even put it in a +1 Dialas. So if it goes up to 66, that would be huge. I might only get 1 or 2% per level. That's, well, 67, yeah. 60, because it needs 66.6%, right? So it wouldn't be... yeah, we would never change helmets. Even for something like this, we would not change out of into the other helmet. We want our Spectres and Animate Guardian. They're worth way too much. 15 swap helms would mean 6 relics, yes, but that would not be worth it because you would be comparing 4 to 6. Right? Really, it goes that high. Probably caps at 50. Well, that's unfortunate because even just a vile toxins, even just a void manipulation, even just a minion damage are all more damage than that. Right? Like, just minion, not woke minion damage, just regular minion damage is 39% more damage. So even on your like golem builds, even on your Spectre builds, even on your SRS builds, if a regular gem gives you 39% and this only gives you 38% more minions, and you have to account for rounding, so you'll never get the full 38% more, you'll get a little bit less, then this is always worse than a regular gem. So it really had better scale with plus levels, right? Because right now it's weaker than minion damage, it's weaker than void manipulation, it's weaker than unbound ailments, it's weaker than vile toxins, it's weaker than every, it's weaker than all the regular sword gems. We'll be leveling as Absolution. You'll get a guide posted tonight. Actually, I think somebody accidentally made the updates that we've made live anyway. So I think technically it's live now, but it's not finished. I don't know who hit the go live button. Okay, this is real sad actually, because this is an amazingly fun and interesting support that literally deals less damage than standard gems from the vendor. That's crazy. Like standard gems from the vendor give more damage than this. Void Shockwave. Okay, despite maybe benefit other minions. No. Well, okay. Let's play that out for a moment. Let's use our generally the worst damage support that makes it into most damage builds is minion damage support, right? Usually that's actually the worst link that makes it in. It's usually like your fifth or sixth link. It's down the bottom. The non-woke version, because that's all we have right now. The non-woke version gives 39% more damage. So if you had literally 100 minions by default at base, so that each 1% would actually be 1% more damage, this would still be worse by 1%. However, you have to deal with rounding, right? So you'll lose a bit of this no matter what, right? You'll lose a little bit of this no matter what, right? Like, so even in the perfect scenario where you've got an exact right amount of minions that you're using all 38% of this, it's still worse than our worst damage support in a minion build, the one from a vendor. That's crazy. Now there will be some exceptions. There'll be some niche cases where it's really good, like Arakali's Fang, or like using it maybe on support minions, where instead of getting like you have 4 specters and maybe you use this to get 5 specters or something like that. Or if it gains more for over leveling it, and I can get that to say 66%. Although in other builds, like an SRS build or a skeleton build or a specter build, maybe even as low as 50 would probably make it pretty good. But right now at level 3, it's literally worse than Bender Gems. That's somebody who likes minions came up with the idea, and then the group of people who hate minions went, nah, let's make that worse. So there'll be some exceptions, and we need to know what a level 7 gem looks like, because otherwise it's literally just worse than minion damage. No, for sure the 10% movement speed is the quality. 1% movement speed per 2 quality. Right? God, imagine if it was the quality. Yeah, the quality is movement speed. Let's just get excited for more minions. Well, that's the thing. They're not even good. This is generally the worst one. It's the first one we drop, right? Because it's 39% more damage, but also it comes with 25% less maximum life, right? But like even void manipulation is 34% more damage with 25% increase on top of it. Right? So it just We use a +2 level of Spectre boots. Yeah, they've been fine. All right, we'll keep going. That is interesting, disappointing for us because it's literally worse than supports from the vendor, but wait, what was the last one? Hold on. Yeah, it'll be great at getting an extra support or whatever. Like it might be good in some niche like side cases or whatever. Exceptional support, melee, attack, AoE. There's a 10% increase. Supported good will trigger shockwave on melee hit. There's axes, maces, scepters, or stabs. Okay. Deals damage in an area. The number of enemies hit by the wave will release an additional wave. Shockwave repeats on up to 4 enemies. Repeats deal 50% less damage each time. Okay. I mean, that's not very flashy. That's, oh, whoops. Listen, that's me. Don't open that up again. I wanna, that's not very flashy. Alright. What do you think you started for yourself? Oh, Holy Relic. I'll be doing Holy Relic. I'm here for something that doesn't blind me. Fair. You know what? Fair. Okay. What the fuck happened here? Hold up. Well, talking to max setup, shouldn't that be enhanced? That's the old one. That's a guide. That's just an old version that I just clicked into to just get access to it real quick. Don't worry about that. Guys, they're not even. They're not even. They're not even. Yeah, we get rid of something here. Or add another one in or something. There's a new atlas, apparently. Ooh. We would go. Ah, right. Ooh, 5% increased number of rare monsters in your map. Whoa. Okay, those things moved. Some explicit modifier is there. Okay. Well, where's the search? Here, where's the search? Can I click in there? I can't click in there. Can I click in here? No. Here it is, right in the middle. Almost invincible, almost invisible. Okay, I would like to see where or what all of the breach is. Just exactly where you expect all of it to be. Okay, cool. None of it's hidden anywhere. Oh, you can do that? Oh, oh, it takes all the notes. Okay, sure. That'll do. I have a number of flammable barrows. Instant became additional. Barrows in the map have 100% increased explosion radius. What the fuck is a flammable barrow? Oh. Okay. This in your map, social breach have a 40% chance to lead to a fortress. Breach bosses in your map have a 25% chance to be duplicated. Sure. Okay. Over this side. I guess originings, ancients, sure. Breach bosses drop more shit, sure. So I don't know about everybody else. I feel like I might not even spec into breach at all. I just eh. Eh. Although I do like chance to get more maps, more rare monsters, explicit map modifier, more rare monsters. That's cool. What is the other things that have changed in here? What else has changed? Right, explicit modifiers on your map. Chance to have memory influence. We don't care. Okay, none of that matters. Containing memory tears is good. Okay. Completing a map objective within a shaped region instead collapses a different map within the shaped region. Ah, yes. No, I wasn't blind. I saw the notable immediately. I was just checking all of the other things. That is... I mean, honestly, it's not that awkward of a spot because you're always pathing through the top hat anyway. Increased effective modifiers is insane. You're really only wasting 3 points on stuff we probably don't care about. Right? It's not that bad. Like, you're always going to be at the top hat regardless. I'm gonna go right there to grab. Right, you're always gonna want to grab these anyway, right? In any like end farming thing. New gem, very good for Holy Relic or not? Yes, it's either very good for Holy Relic or not. And it depends on how high we can get the percentage on that gem. Essentially, you can use it if you want at level 3 like they showed us. And it's slightly less damage than minion damage support from the vendor. Not the Woken version. Just the normal one from the vendor. It's actually slightly less damage. But if the number goes up with corruptions, if we can get that number with enough plus levels to be 67%, then it'll be fucking fantastic. Like huge, great. And we'll have 5 holy relics. And remember, that's not that big of a stretch. We don't have the data, but it's not that big of a stretch. Because that's at level 3 with 38% more. Level 4 is just a corruption. Level 5 and 6 is just putting it in a red socket in the Dialas. Right? So it's not that big of a stretch to know, but without all the information, we don't know. So technically it's ever so slight of a damage downgrade that I would still probably use, because having 4 of them is just like better coverage, and the difference is like 1% in damage between it and like minion damage or something. So I'd still probably use it, but it's not going to be fantastic, right? But if a level 6 version gets you to 67%, then it'll be great. Because then it'll be, as an exceptional gem, it'll be about 23% more damage overall than a minion damage support, which is great. On top of giving you better coverage as well. You still would not go Dark Monarch. You still would not go Dark Monarch. The only reason we could use Dark Monarch before was because the mercenaries could bring so much of the utility that we're normally passing off to our Spectres and Animate Guardian. The mercenary held the slot of both support Spectres and Animate Guardian at the same time. We are not concerned about Wokes going away. Well, we're not concerned about Wokes going away because everybody's Wokes are going away. So everybody got brought down in tandem. And most of our Woke gems, except Woke minion damage, weren't that big of a difference. So like if we look at Awakened Void Manipulation, for instance, for instance, Awakened Void Manipulation support at level 5 is 39% more damage. We never used this +1 level. We were using Void Manipulation. We didn't use that +1 level anyway. So it was just 39% more damage. Right? Well, this is 34% more damage. Wild toxins are not mini damage. We're actually never running wild toxins again, so. Oh, there is 2. I didn't realize they were on the same tab. Cool. Right? But you see, so the only one that matters, really, like the only one that's important, is woke minion damage. Not because of the damage that it brought, because again, that's only like 5% and it wasn't a huge deal. But it came with +1 level. So that's awkward. But, you know, we get to support it. We get to imbue it. So that might just about make up for it. I noticed that the path of building is the old SRS leveling plan. Yeah, here's the thing about that. It wasn't meant to go live and we can't reverse it. And it wasn't either of us. Like me, and I have Yellow helping me write them. We didn't press the publish button. We're still working on that. But once it's published, the old version is gone. So someone else hit the publish button. It's not finished. It's not ready. But the old version is gone now. So it's actually very inconvenient. True deadline? No, the deadline's tomorrow. It's Wednesday, like USD. It's Wednesday here now. I wanted to finish it tonight to make a video and publish tomorrow. Like tomorrow morning my time, but later today in, right? Anyway, I'll be taking this one for sure. Can't stop me. Okay, not delirium, or the ore ones, did they change? Because we might now want to take them. Path of Pathing. You need to inspect each map to choose which one has the best modifiers and lose out entirely on the choice if you take. You lose out entirely on that choice if you take that notable. Okay, however, I don't want to run 15 different maps. I want to run one map 15 times. So fuck you, and I'm going to take the note. Fuck that. I also don't want to check what modifiers are on my atlas every map. I'm not doing it. And they didn't put that node in the middle of the comp wheel. They put that node in the most convenient place it could be. That is the most convenient place that node could ever be. Every single strat you've ever fucking done takes the whole top hat, right? The top hat's insane. You're taking the top hat unless it's like an Alcan go, right? And also, you're taking the quality of maps, and also you're taking all of these nodes on every single one if you're farming tier 16 maps, right? Because these are all itemized now and they'll be worth money. So there's literally no wasted travel points, and it'll be in every single strat. Whether you want to take this or not just becomes down to, do I want to run the same map over and over again, or do I not want to run the same map over and over again? Which is just a one passive point. Am I going to take it or not? The only place more guaranteed convenient for it to be would be here. Which, by the way, is where I think all of these block nodes should be. I don't think these should be part of the tree. I think all the block nodes should just be like laid out here at the bottom, right at the beginning, and you should just be able to turn on and off any league mechanic you want right there. And that they shouldn't be things you path to. It's just by the way. just throwing that out there. Which are as best to prioritize depends on what you're doing. So Verisium ore has historically been the best one. We don't know what the new rules are. But it's been the best one for like having as an ore, but we don't know what it's going to look like with the new shipments and what currencies are going to be preferred or whatever. And also bismuth is a close second and becomes number one in many cases, depending on whether you're using the ore to hoard ore or whether you're using the ore to buff maps, because bismuth buffs the whole map, right? Yeah, and Verisium has the chance for the Svalin as well, so. They've never been confirmed, we're still just assuming. I'm pretty sure though. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm as sure as I can be without actually being sure. Right? Like, all evidence points to it has to be a Verisium ore to become a crater. But it's such a low occurrence that it's nearly impossible to tell. So like, I will probably try and have my wheel look like this. I'll probably try and have bismuth and Verisium because they're both really good, and then I'll take those ore nodes. These
Get your magic find characters
I'm
ready.
less excited about unless I need them for the percent chance or whatever. But like, you know, the deposit is fine, but whatever. Rare variety is good. Extra ore deposits are good. Even Phoenix, think of it a prime. It's just 8 mode runners. Does Marge interact with the rule? Yeah, they showed us. They showed us that it upgrades to something. We don't know the exact rules, but it does interact with it. We don't know if there are many different things that it could be. We don't know if there are multiple outcomes, but we do know that it does interact with it. That's the best we can give you, is that it does interact. Okay, so how is my... How's my league start gonna look then? I mean, it's probably going to be pretty similar to before, although I think potentially still going through here is still worth it, because that'll be 10% extra rares and 2% increased effect, and then over there for more of that, and then over there for more of that. Well, we definitely don't want that side while early progression. So I guess you probably grab those and then go straight up for the extra points. And then use those points to grab all these and grab all those. And then at this point, I think you have to take stock of what's actually happening and how your map progression is going, because we used to, on our map progression atlas, then immediately take all the other connected map drop nodes and just fill them out for the fastest completion possible. Right? But we don't know if we need that or not. Like, we don't know how the map drops are going to go. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the skeleton for progression. And then we have to decide on the day, do I need more maps or do I start putting more content in my map? Because if I'm still not progressing fast enough, I can just start taking all the rest of these just like we did before. But if I suddenly find myself drowning in maps, then we can do whatever we want from there. Without doing other maps, you will still eventually want to complete all maps once, because you'll want the completion to get passive points. That's how you will get your passive points, is still completing every different map. But you don't necessarily need to have completed like all the maps on every tier or anything like that. Like, you can be in tier 16s with very few done if you get lucky, right? There's a question of a returning player after several leagues. I have the same issue I do every time I'm new with only 2,000 hours. I have no idea to decide what to play. Yes, self-cast. As well, what do you think about it? I think it's good. No, Connect Fusillade is really good. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. Straight up the center through this side, not that one. That one's a wasted side. So through this side, and then grab these three, and then through that side. Right? I'd probably grab that one as well, to be honest. Right? And then up there. Then I'll use that to grab both these wings, and then we'll address on the day what I want to do after that. Why not left? What here? Modifiers to the quantity of items found in your map instead apply to rarity of items found in your map at 300% of their value. will hinder early map progression. It might be really good later. There might be a ton of reasons to use this, but day one we don't want this. Like day one early map progression, no thank you. You know, really good move, comfortable left, well, still having decent profit. I don't really have an answer. The answer is anything. The answer isn't what is Holy Relic good at. The question isn't what is Holy Relic good at. The question is what even should I be doing? Like what even are the things for early league? And the answer is I fucking know. But whatever it is, I'm sure we'll be able to do it. And the question is, what is the thing? Map scale with quality? No. Modifiers to quantity of items found instead apply to rarity, which means you lose all quantity bonuses. Nerf or buff Holy Relic of Conviction? Both, many times, in many different ways. I think we've come out pretty even or potentially well in front, but we don't know. So there are two gems that we've been shown that could both be really good for us, really interesting buffs, but neither of them are worth it at the level 3 that was shown. So at the level 3 that was shown, I would not use the one that adds +1 level and 12% quality, and I would not use the one that gives 38% more minions. That's neither of those are worth it at level 3. We don't know what the level 6 or 7 versions of them do when you get a bunch of over levels. If we can get enough quality to reach a new breakpoint, then that quality and plus level support becomes great and replaces our enhance. And that's fantastic, and we get plus levels for free. Great. The one that gives more minions, if it scales all the way up to 67%, then if it hits 67, it's fucking great. Right? But we don't know. We don't know what they are extra levels. We just don't know. Yes. There'll be 5 relics. The problem is at level 3, it'll only bring you up to 4 relics, which is 33% more damage. But like regular minion damage support is 39. So like at level 3, a level 20 minion damage from the vendor beats it. Right? So like the level 3 isn't actually worth it. But if you can bump it up one more, if we can get one further than that, then instead of 39% more damage, we'd be looking at 66% more damage, which is like 27% more than this gives. So like, it depends. We don't have enough information. Assuming that it doesn't work out for us, assuming that it doesn't reach the breakpoints we need, that neither of them do, right? I think we're still overall buffed just a little tiny bit. We'll be a little tiny bit stronger, but mostly unchanged. If either of those new gems work out at over leveled rates for us to be able to use, they're both pretty decent buffs. Holy Relic can transition into in a mid league. I mean, by the time you're in mid league, what you'll have is a high level witch, which means you can do any occultist, any elementalist, or any necromancer. There are a ton of builds that he could respec into. A ton. All right, where's that last spoiler? Because the job this afternoon wasn't to stream, it was to finish off the rest of that guide and record the videos and whatnot. What the fuck is this? Huh. Okay. I don't think that's that as good. That's not as good as it sounds. That's actually kind of terrible. Like, in a decent minion build, we've got how much increased damage? Where even is it? Oh, I mean, we've only got 300 increase here. Oh, because I'm in the old... Yeah, I was like, that's wrong. Right, hold on. So you've already got, like, just round it, we'll say 630% increase. Right? Adding up... So that's only going to add 150% increased damage to that already 630. Right? Should make it what, like 780? But then minions take 5% increased damage up to a maximum of 50. That's a more multiplier. These guys take 50% more damage. All of them. That's not even remotely. Although minion instability, mwah. Oh my god, fucking, you know those specters that we used to make explode? Wait, so marionettes, except you use that new gem to get even more of them. You go from 9 marionettes to like 15 marionettes. And then you use this node to make them take more damage to die faster. And then you just run around with 50. You know what? That could be enough marionettes to make marionettes work. But the Dave build might be back. Strikes and mirages. Yeah, I have considered it. I don't think it's worth it. Hello, losing the 3 levels from Awoken Gems. Where are you losing 3 levels from Awoken Gems? Minion damage is 1. Woke minion damage loses a level because we don't have that anymore. Void manipulation is plus the level of chaos gems that we were never using the plus level that went with that. Where's the other one? added chaos is also supported by. I mean, we always dropped added chaos damage anyway. Like it became a thing we didn't use anymore. I guess its level did work, but we outscaled that eventually anyway. Yeah, it's really only the one level, and we might get that back. Maybe. All right, well, that new gem's super exciting. It's hesitant because, like, I don't know if they're going to be good to me or not, right? Like, if they're going to be good to me, then that thing gains more when it levels up, and we can get it to 67%, which is what we need it to get to. And if it doesn't get there, then we're in trouble. Imagine if it only got to 66%. That'd be fucked up. This one right here. In its current state, it is technically 1% worse than minion damage support. To be honest, I'd probably still use it anyway, just because having 4 relics is cooler than having 3, and I'm willing to give up 1% damage for it. Also, like, minion damage support and others come with like some downsides, like minion damage has less life on it and shit like that. So like, I'd probably use it just to have 4 just for the sake of it, but it's not going to be a real like noticeable difference to damage or anything, right? Like, it just isn't. But if getting it to, like, let's say level 6, if that gets you to 67%, then suddenly it's fantastic, right? Suddenly it's like 26% more damage, right? So it's all about what does overleveling this gem. Theoretical max is what, level 9? Yeah, if you want to spend like 5 mirrors. The max for most people will be level 6 or 7, depending on your budget. But you can get it to 9 in theory. Yes, it's got a minion tag. The +2 minions would add to it. Assume early to hit the breakpoints for free. And so it's kind of slow attack speed and doesn't give you. I wouldn't ever, but I could see people doing it. It should have what, 8, 9. Corrupt to level 4, +2 from the red socket is 5, 6. +1 from the all is 7, +2 from the minion is 8, 9. But that would be, yeah, that's like many mirrors. Well, realistically, 7 would be if 7 is the amount that it takes, that would be reasonable for players who want to min-max the build to be able to do it without having to be an absolute degenerate, right? 6 would be even better. If it makes it by 6, that'd be great. With multiple plus 3 Dialysis League, most likely. Ah, that's fucking crazy. I can't believe you keep doing that. I'm never corrupting my own again, by the way. I'm just gonna like make the money and send them to you. What else? Like what? When I do it, it's just failure after failure after failure after failure. I'm gonna filter information. I did not. Let's do that. Okay. Item class, stackable currency, refracting fog. The new essence. Yeah, sure. Volatile Valorb? Fuck's a volatile Valorb? Itemized double corrupt. I suspect. Okay, this is something I've been suspecting since they showed us. I think it's an orb. Yeah, same as from PoE 2, where it lets you corrupt something that's already corrupted, but with a good chance of destroying it. I think there's a chance that I can use this to corrupt a gem that I've already imbued. So I can get a level 21 gem that has a supported buy. That's what I think that's gonna be. It's so stupid rare. I don't even think it'll be that stupid rare. I think it'll just delete the item from existence 75% of the time. I think 3 out of 4 attempts it'll just fucking delete the item. And then 1 out of 4 attempts it'll do a random available corruption, which means what, 1 2 3 4 5 options still in that 25%. So there'll be like a 5% chance of success. So you'll need to hit the correct corrupted buy 20 times and use this gem 20 times to get your one good outcome. On average. If it's that. Anyway, keep going. Bunch of new rune grass, that's cool. Coins, we know what. So blue coin, red coin, green coin. What are those two? Restoration is the unique one. Yep. Okay. And desecration. We're going back, maybe. Fruiting, learning, grasping, nameless, fungal, chaotic, enshrouded, timeless, and runic astrolobes. Okay. Sure. Cool. Support gems. Support gems. Ah, is there a minion damage? Nope, there's minion pact. I don't know what that is. Okay, alright. Fine. Spell cascade, eclipse, invert the rules. Cast on ward break. Cast on ward break? Cast on ward break? Greatest spell echo, impulse temptation, pyre support? Okay, sure. Bone spire, foul grasp, hiveborn. Don't know what any of those are. Scornful herald, sure. Cull the weak support? Okay, sure. Share hex toad, hex pass, greater fork, greater chain, lethal dose, companionship? That is the thing that's missing from my life. Wait, what? Might do. Right? This is greater kinetic instability, cooldown recovery, void shockwave, eldritch blasphemy support. Okay. Sure. Yep, no problem. Congregation support, crossmage support, greater devour, greater unleash, pacifism, unholy trinity, whatever the fuck that is. It'll be like trinity support, but for like, I don't know, right? Like what? Chaos, physical, and what? Like chaos, physical, and what? Poison is chaos. And holy isn't a damage type. So I don't know what that's gonna be. Excommunication support? Like we're in a fucking John Wick movie? Okay. Animal, vegetable, mineral. Alright, cool. Sure. New item class for the belt. Okay, some incubators. Chevron do again. Malagaro is mostly chaos. Doldry is surprisingly mostly fizz, and Chevron is lightning. Yeah, guys, I can't fucking remember like the way to my bathroom. I get lost fucking everywhere. I forget everybody's name. Why can I remember damage types of 3 random like bosses in a campaign on a video game? Like just off the dome, like I just know. Like I have to, what? Why? Could I use some of that brain for fucking like useful daily tasks that like an adult should be able to remember, please? Can I use some of that brain for the useful daily tasks that could make my life easier? Could it please?
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
That's asking too much. Please try again. Nope, it's all allocated to nonsense. Right? All right. Ooh. Oh. Oh. What are you? Hello, friends. Specifically, what's that one and that one? Because those sound like the two that might be relevant to me. New friends? New friends? I'm treating like without any perspective from last week, so you can't have them. I'll have them. If one of them hands out an envy aura. If one of them hands out an envy aura. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, everything else here we knew, I think. Yep. Okay, well, that is a big interesting list. I got videos to make. We gotta finish that guide. That was worth coming on from. Thanks for whoever tagged me in Discord and was like, I know it's your day off, but get the fuck on and go through these things first. That was worth jumping on for an hour just to like look at the shit. Was that you, Aridity? Okay, well, thank you. That was definitely worth it. Those are gonna be in, I mean, they're gonna have to be in a video. Only an hour, Sag? Well, that's plus an hour, because today is the day I don't stream. Right? Like, that's a free bonus hour. Yeah, we looked at the Atlas tree. I better go get working, because I gotta have guides finished, like, tonight. Like, they have to be posted by tomorrow, so they actually have to be finished. Mention by updating the possibility first so people will stop asking. Well, it'll all come together hopefully later tonight. Hey man, I saw spell suppression boots with 30%. How do you get that? You saw them in standard legacy values. They don't exist anymore. Or they're at Ziri's step. Yeah, it could be at Ziri's step. Which come from at Ziri, surprisingly. I'm gonna run. Goodbye.